What else we got going on? Actually, we have both watched Logan recently.
Oh, yes.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah. Yes.
So
good.
So good. I thought it was actually a very good movie as well too. One of the things, this will be no spoiler, so we won't to spoil. Do you want a spoiler? Do you want to put a spoiler alert?
We could put a spoiler alert right here.
Nothing is going on the screen. I just want you to wave your hands like this. But Logan was really good. One of the things that really got to me was that I felt awkward. Not in a bad way. Like any movie that I think can elicit emotions, certain emotions is a good thing. And Logan did that with me because it was weird. Not weird. It was just sad, I think, to see these characters that Professor X and Logan, especially Wolverine, since
characters that we grew up
with. Yeah, since 2001. That's like, I think that's when the first X-Men movie, or was it before that? I don't even, or 2000. I don't remember.
It might have been. I think the first X-Men came out in 2000.
Yeah.
I saw something that said Hugh Jackman had been Wolverine for the past 17 years.
Yeah, and to see those characters in this almost like sad, decrepit state. I mean, even the ending, again, no spoilers, but it just kind of ends.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you kind of leave the theater. I was like kind of depressed.
Yeah.
Almost. Like seeing Hugh Jackman it's his last time he's going to play Logan or Wolverine. I keep calling him Logan. I mean, he is Logan, but last time he's going to play Wolverine. And the movie was just it was sad. It was good. That's not to say it wasn't good. It's very good.
And
it's just sad.
It's not slow either, because I think that for some reason, inherently, by saying something sad, it seems like it's going to be like a slower paced. It was an action movie. There were fight scenes that were brutal, because this is the first X-Men movie where it's rated R.
Yeah.
For various reasons, but mainly the violence. There's a lot of swears.
I mean, a lot of people, this is kind of how they wanted to see Wolverine for a long time.
It makes
actually
sense.
Slicing into somebody or through somebody. He does like you see the claws kind of like protruding through the skin almost on one of these guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty violent, but it's the way people want to see it. It's not like the other X-Men where he stabs somebody and they just like fall to the ground or whatever. You don't see like much blood involved. This was pretty gruesome. It's not as gruesome as Deadpool. Deadpool was more gruesome, I would say.
But yeah, Deadpool did it on purpose. It was like a Tarantino film where you're being gruesome to be gruesome, and Logan just tried to be realistic. Mm-hmm. You know, you're a superhero who has claws. You're gonna do things that other superheroes don't want to do or have to do because of their powers. Whereas Logan, it's the only really way he can fight. I think that weighs a lot on him, and you kind of get to see that weight throughout the movie.
Right. Yeah, and even Professor X, just seeing him the way he was in that movie, because before he's always, I guess, I don't know, you want to say like confident, he's like put together for the most part, and in this he's kind of a mess for the most part. And seeing that too was kind of sad. I mean, just like seeing in your grandpa, like he's really old now and he's like kind of not sure.
It takes place it takes place almost 20 years from now, so.
Which makes me wonder, why is Professor X still alive though?
Yeah.
He was it's not like he would have been young in the X-Men movies. I don't know how old he's supposed to be in the X-Men movies, but I feel like Logan, obviously Wolverine being alive is perfectly fine because he ages slow anyways, but
Professor X was like what, in his 20s, early 20s in the 1970s because of First Class, so it's probably 50 by the time.
Yeah, the only thing I don't get is the timeline. I don't get if this is an alternate timeline or if this is an actual future for the movies.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't get any of the X-Men timelines. They mess everything up.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things with the timelines. You're not quite sure what it is. I think of it as a possible future, I guess, for those characters, but it might not know. Because obviously we have the First Class series, and I call it the First Class series, but
yeah, that trilogy.
But they could who knows the direction they'll go in. They could keep going further into it if they want to, but Yeah, I don't know. This could be an alternate kind of thing, but either way, it's a good send off. It's a sad send off.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. No, it's a spoiler alert. It's a send off because it's his last time playing him.
Is it really his last time playing him? I thought.
No, that's supposed to. There, I mean, there's rumors of like, oh, we'd love to get him in a Deadpool movie or something like that. But no, this is supposed to be Hugh Jackman's.
Someone was joking about
Logan.
him playing Cable in.
That'd be pretty good. Well, there's talks of people to play Cable, in the Deadpool movie. But yeah, there is a. I think most people will see there's a Deadpool teaser as well too, which was funny. But I don't think they've done too much with a Deadpool movie yet for filming because I'm pretty sure Cable's supposed to be in it and they haven't cast him yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds made that trailer all by himself.
Yeah. But there's talks of people to play Cable. I'll take a swig. There's talks of people to play Cable, one of which there was some tweets going on behind with the director and Russell Crowe as Cable. There's talks that Jim Harbaugh, the guy from Stranger Things, the sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly he's been I don't know, not trying out for the role or something like that. I read about that. I don't know who would play a good Cable, but we'll see what happens.
You were going to say Jim Halpert for a second.
Jim Halpert from The Office. Not even his actual actor, but Jim himself.
Yep,
so we'll see. But yeah, Logan was off topic, going off topic. But Logan, it was good. I kind of liked X-23 in that. Do you feel like there was no, X-24 was the other one. X-23 is the girl.
Oh.
It's not a spoiler either. I'm not going to consider this a spoiler because if you know anything about the comics, X-23 is his clone.
Isn't there a comic? Isn't it called like Old Man Logan or something like that?
Well, no, there is Old Man Logan, but even in the main series, she is a very prominent character, X-23. Okay. Laura is her name. She's a very prominent character, and she's well known already, so it's not really spoiler that she's in it. Do you feel at all that there was any political undertones in the movie?
Yeah. I feel like it had a few. Just without, they don't even explain it at all, but there's a lot of how the rest of the country views the mutants. And X-Men has always been this from the beginning.
Yeah. That was one thing I think with Marvel that they always done right in the past was they weren't afraid to be political in their comics. Mutants were almost kind of an undertone to civil rights essentially, in a different way.
Yeah.
In a sorts. I
think civil rights for gay people especially was what I always, that's not just how I always
the way when they came out, X-Men came out early on, I think in around the 60s or so during the civil rights movement. And it just the way that they were treated because they were differently, and they didn't shy away from that. They didn't shy away from certain things. But I almost felt like there was a couple of instances. I mean, obviously, like Laura is kind of. I mean, obviously she's cloned from Wolverine, but she's Spanish speaking, for instance.
Yeah.
They're trying to get her to Canada.
Yeah.
Things like that. I almost felt like there was some kind of political undertones involved in the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Which, is fine. Whatever. But I didn't take away from the story at all. I mean, I mean, it's good. It's okay to do things like that, and that's fine.
It's part of it, because unfortunately, it made it all too real. Because if those mutants were a thing, unfortunately, that's how the majority of people would feel about them. I would hope not.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh my god, that guy can do this and that. That's awesome. But no, you would definitely have government fear with people who have powers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch. I think some people will. I think a lot of people like it. Some people won't. But I think most people will really like it. I mean, it's definitely getting good reviews. It's doing well in the box office. Like Ryan didn't like it, for instance, my roommate. I think he's more of like straight up comedy action kind of oriented person. So for him, I think it was a little bit on the slower side, but there's definitely part. I mean, it has a lot of different action moments in it, and it's good, but it's also sad.
Yeah. I think that the direction that studio, I think it's 20th Century Fox who made that one. I think that with the success of Deadpool and now with the success of Logan, they kind of understand where their market is now. That they're the ones who are going to make the R-rated comic book movies.
Yeah.
The whole Avengers series that Marvel Studios is pushing is great, but it's the PG-13 is the cleaner version, and they're fun movies.
Yeah.
But
They're great movies. I love them.
They're not going to make me feel as much as Logan made me feel.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're trying not to spoil anything, but without spoilers, like I come out of like an Avengers movie, and I come out of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and I feel like, oh, that was cool. This triumphant ending of like the heroes and whatnot. This one just kind of just made me feel like just sad.
Yeah.
Like I thought about it. I left the theater. I'm not thinking about, wow, cool, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they saved the universe, or like the Avengers, saved New York and things like that. This one just had me like kind of feeling like a slightly depressed again because of the character, but just the way the movie went. It's so different than the way the rest of the X-Men movies were. Yeah. The tone was so different. A somber. It was also gritty, something that I think DC has trouble doing.
They want to do it so bad.
They want to be gritty so bad.
They want to be gritty so bad, but
no.
They take it right to the edge, and because they don't cross that border, they're never going to make a Logan or a Deadpool.
Yeah, they try to be gritty, and it hasn't worked so far, in my opinion. We'll see. I mean, they still have plenty of movies they can make. They can adjust and fine-tune things. But Logan's good.
And Give it a watch. In case our friend Ryan ever watches this, Batman vs Superman is a terrible movie.
Or other Ryan friend, not my roommate. Yeah, we have a friend who really thinks Batman vs Superman was a good movie. I don't agree with that. There's some people that say, there's some people that get hype out of that, like the first time you watch it, then you watch it again. It's kind of like, ugh. I didn't even need to watch this one again, though.
I enjoyed watching it, but I didn't think it was one of the better superhero films that I've seen. Yeah. I thought that Ben Affleck as Batman was better than I anticipated him being. I still think it would have been a great choice to let him do a Boston accent as Batman.
Come on, Robin, we got to get the Joker.
Where are the drugs going?
Where are the drugs going? Robin, pull the car over there. Park your car in Harvard Yard. Even though no one ever actually says that in Boston, but it's the stereotypical saying.
Oh, it would have been so great if you did that. But jokes aside, Ben Affleck did pretty good.
No, it wasn't bad. He wasn't. I think he'd be better with a better script.
Yeah.
Just because it was stupid how angry
I heard
he
that
was.
the director's cut makes up for some of the plot holes that the theatrical version left.
Yeah. With
like a lack of explanation as far as the reason for wanting to kill each other and Lex Luthor figuring stuff out.
Figuring himself out.
Yeah.
That's Lex Luthor.
I liked him.
Oh, you like Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah. I don't have a strong attachment to DC. I don't have a strong attachment to Lex Luthor.
To me, Lex Luthor is like he's crazy, but he's this composed crazy kind of thing. I don't know. One of my favorite iterations is like Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Smallville. I don't know. I didn't really watch Smallville. No, one of my favorites is like Justice League, the cartoons. Justice League, and then Justice League Unlimited are really great cartoons. You should check it out sometime. But yeah, Lex Luthor is this composed crazy. He's like arrogant, but he's not like crazy kind of a thing.
I always kind of relate him as like a weaker Kingpin.
He is not a weaker. He is 10 times more influential and powerful than Kingpin is.
I don't mean influential and powerful. I mean physical strength. Kingpin will like beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but Lex Luthor can just like, I can put on a power suit like Iron Man.
Yeah,
that's one of his things is he has a power suit. Except for the weird thing is his face is exposed. I don't know why whenever he battles Superman is just punch him in the face because his face is all. I don't know if you've seen his power suit, but It's this like green kind of power suit. I think it has in some iterations it has like kryptonite that it can emit. But his face is, there's no helmet. His face is like fully exposed. And I don't know why Superman just doesn't like punch him in the face.
Superman and like,
he doesn't even need a hard punch. He just, the holding back punch would knock Lex Luthor out. I don't know.
Superman doesn't make sense either though, because like he takes off his glasses and instantly no one can recognize him as Superman. Like, I would show you, but my glasses are invisible. So.
No, take your glasses off. Let's see how it looks.
No one can see my glasses.
They can see
invisible.
it because there's a reflection coming off of it.
Who am I? Hang on.
Do I know you? Please, Warner Brothers, please cast this man as the next Superman. He could be the one.